Welcome, beautiful spirits here on planet Earth. You must be wild to recognize, to realize that you have an inner light within. And in this video, I'm going to tell you what is the inner light, and I will guide you towards your inner light. And I will also give you some advices how you can reconnect back to your inner light by recognizing of who you truly are. The inner light, it is the awareness, it is the spark that exists within you, which is your true self, and it is beyond your physical body, your physical appearance, how much money you own, your life story, who you think you are, what mostly matter to you, either it is your parents, siblings, kids, lover. It is beyond your education. It is beyond the personality that you think that you are. It is beyond who you think you are. It is the truest essence, that spark, that awareness that is with you all along. Before you took birth, while you are on Earth, and after you leave planet Earth, it is that light that exists within you. This is your inner light. And you may think that your inner light, it is the story, your life story, because you are so connected to your story. You are so connected to this image, to your life. You take everything so serious. But when you recognize your true inner light, this is when you come to this self-realization of knowing that it is the light which is allowing you to see whatever you are seeing with your two human eyes, to experience. Without the light, there is nothing that will be in this existence. It is the light that is allowing you to breathe, to experience the divine life. This light that exists within you, this is who you truly are. You see yourself through that light within you, but then you name yourself. Your parents put names on you. There is some culture, there is some foods, there is some friends, language, music. There is some belief, truthfulness. There is some experiences, knowing. There is some knowledge. There is some fairy tales, stories. All of this is not you. You are not your inner light. If you see yourself as this avatar, if you see yourself that you are this appearance, you are your body, you are your eyes, you are your tone of your voice, you are all of the emotions that you're feeling within in yourself, you are your life story, you are your past, present, and future, you are your experiences, things that you are taking too serious. You are your relationship. It is not inner light. The inner light is something beyond all of these things, and I'm going to break it all down so that it makes sense to you, and I will take you to that space where you will reconnect back with your inner light by coming to this self-awareness in this video. As I explained, inner light, it is beyond your physical form, your appearance, your culture. Every little thing that you think that this is who you are, it is part of you, it is not your inner light. It is a presence that is unchangeable, eternity, and which is deeply, deeply aware of every little thing of this entire cosmos. And now we give that inner light many names in different kind of countries, cultures. You name it. You can name whatever you want to. There are so many of us, we have experienced it and we started to build religion over it. We started to build, different kind of myths, different kind of fairy tales, different kind of stories, different kind of rituals to connect with that light. There are many different kind of names like universe, higher self, higher consciousness, divine energy, the life force, the light, the God. We gave so many different kind of names, like thousands of it. So now it doesn't matter what is the name, okay? It is all about knowing I am more than my story. I am the light that sees through that story. This is who you truly are. The rest is just illusion. The rest is just your false self that you think this is who you are. And this is so impermanent. This is not something impermanent that is going to stay with you for eternity. And I know so many of us, we are seeking that light with many different kind of rituals, many different kind of games. We are seeking that inner light to find it. But let me just correct it, okay? Right now. Are you listening to me? Does it make sense to you? Let me help you. This is not something you have to find. You have to look for, because this is something which is within you for eternity. It is always right here. Did you ever heard of this quote? What you are seeking is seeking you. So most of us here on earth, through this human body, we are fully disconnected from this awareness of our inner light, so-called the higher self. We are disconnected. We are doing so many different kind of rituals. We are doing so many different kind of things, trying many different kind of things, listening to many different kind of fairy tales and stories and myths in order to understand the simple thing. You don't have to swim through 7 seas in order to meet that awareness that is existing within you for eternity. It is always right here. You don't seek it outside of your own nature. You don't seek it in anybody else but you. I will come to this, how you can be aware. This is going to blow your mind because I am experiencing the beautiful awareness. That awareness that is always in its purest essence and observing every little thing. Like, how long will you believe in all of these myths and lies and fairy tales and beliefs? Many different kind of stories. In order to find who is you, what is yours. So as you all know, I've been meditating for more than a decade right now, because this is what I prioritize. I prioritize my true self in each breath that I am taking, because there I find my peace, bliss, harmony, the richness of each breath that I am taking through this human body, the bliss that I am seeking, the harmony that I am. It is always here with me, because this is who I am and this is who I will ever be for eternity. And I have realized there are so many different kind of thoughts going on within our minds. And our focus and attention is either drawn to this particular situation or person, or maybe we are imagining something that yet didn't happen. We are worried, we are doubting, we are fearful. We are trying to survive. Maybe we are thinking of our past experiences. Maybe we are thinking of the future, dreaming of big things. All of these that is made up, all of the stories that is made up in your mind, it is going around, your focus and attention, it is toward this. and whatever people tells you to do. Your life that you think that you have to control it. You have to just make your life better. But do you know, when you are fully relaxed, when you are fully in balance with yourself, when you balance your mind and body in the silence of your own nature, you try to fill up that gap and emptiness. You like noisy world. Fill up the empty gap with different kind of obstacles, distractions. How will you connect with that essence? So now in the silence of your own nature, you will meet that essence of your true self, which is your true self that is guiding you all along this journey. Do you know why many people, they suffer so much? It is because of they're disconnected from their higher supreme nature. Life becomes like a beautiful rhythm. Even the air sounds like music. Food tastes like heaven. Each breath, it is sweet nectar in it. Every people that you see, it is all love, that divine love. And that life, that inner life, have you ever felt that love? You can feel that love once you are connected with your true self, which is your higher self, that is within you. You can experience earth is a miracle. It is the state of heaven. Only the moment when you come to this self-realization with this self-awareness that I'm pointing on right now in this video. People, they are so distracted with so many things. Of course, you're gonna suffer for the rest of your life. It doesn't matter. You can have all of the comfort in this life and still not be at your peace, bliss, and harmony. Why? Because you are disconnected from your true self, from who you truly are. And when I say who you are, you think about another personality, another vibe, another you. But this is not what I'm pointing on when I say who you are. And you will realize it once you reconnect back to your own divine center. Now, let me help you to recognize it. How to recognize it within yourself, that spark, your own inner light, your own true self. The first and main is stillness, because I already talked about mindfulness, meditation. That is when you can. I've been meditating for more than a decade. Let's say you are someone who never meditated before and you are watching me right now. And then, what do? You open up your window in the evening when the sun has set, light up your candles, maybe some Palo Santo or incense. You sit in stillness and you want to meet your higher self. Do you think it is going to come the first time trying? Who ever tried something once and became mastered of it? Who? Nobody. You have to practice it. You have to practice to be the balance. You have to practice to be one with the awareness, self-consciousness, diving into higher consciousness within yourself. You have to practice how to bring the focus and attention over and over again to your breathing. You have to practice bringing your focus and attention from all of the things that is going on inside in your head bringing your focus and attention over and over again to your present breathing, how your belly is going up and down. Try this. How long can you hold your focus and attention to your belly button? How it is going up and down to your breathing. How long? Maybe a couple of seconds, and then your mind will take you to somewhere else. Divine practice makes you a divine master. And that master knows how to bring its focus and attention to the present breathing. And once you are in that state, slowly but surely, you will be able to tap into your supernatural power. That power that is going to rise in you, within your heart. You will feel it, how open it is, how big it is. You will feel enormous love, light. Your breath becomes like feather. It is so light and sweet when you are in that state. And that is the moment, not with these 2 years, 2 human years. I'm talking about your inner 2 years that exist within you. What kind of ears allow you to hear your own internal thoughts? If it's not coming from external sources, where all of these voices are coming from? Are you aware of this? Who are you listening to? Your thoughts. And that peak moment, you will be able not only feel, but to hear. To hear this formless, universal voice that is just so pure, so innocent, so childlike, full of wisdom, and you will realize, oh my God, it is me. My inner child, my highest nature, the universe, the supreme. It will come. It have many different kind of voices. So much of wisdoms, it is guiding you. It is sitting there within you, waiting for you to hear, waiting for you to hear, waiting for you to dive deep, to know it, to embrace life through it. And once you come to this state, that is when you will realize, wow, I'm not my body, I'm not my senses, I'm not my experience, I'm not my story, I'm not my name, I'm not the title. I am beyond it. And you become fearless, you become humble, you become pure. So now your body, mind, slowly but surely surrendering itself. No matter how much wrongdoing you have done, it will guide you to see the patterns of this avatar, so-called the human being that you are in, the name, the title that you think that you are. It will guide you to understand this avatar better, the bright side and the dark side, the gifts and the obstacles, the suffering, bad behavior. But you cannot run away from yourself. You cannot run away from your own demon. Either you choose to leave it all, disconnect, and live a life through this being as this being, or you dive in and let your true nature live through it. I say, I surrender my body, my mind, my heart to my true self. This is all yours. I'm allowing you to work through it because this is your home. And that is when you start to purify yourself, not only mentally. You start to really see your life as a big movie. See your relationship as, wow, the heroes, the villains, what is going on. Then life start to shape itself in a way that the divine wants, so that you can bloom, so that you can grow, so that you can evolve, by knowing you are always guided and protected once you live through your true self, live through your authentic self. Now, the stillness, that is how you reconnect, that I'm pointing on, the meditation, where you realize you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions, you are not your body, you are not your relationship, you are not the title. You let go everything, and that is when you meet your higher self. And then there is that feeling of truthfulness. Your inner light often speaks through resonance, that warm yes, feeling in your heart or gut when something is true for you. It does not shout, it glows quietly. And notice that when something feels right, or when something feels off. I really want you to notice your true self in that presence. It is so soft and so gentle, like that white sparkling light that never can be destroyed. Put any kind of ugliness on it, not even a single dot. This is your true presence. And I don't know if you ever realized it, whenever you are living from a higher self, and you are in presence with someone, deeply you are feeling this warmth in your heart, that giggling feeling in your gut. It don't have to be any kind of romantic lover, but you can feel that warmth. That is when you know this is a higher self connection. And there is creative and flow state. Whenever you dance, whenever you sing, whenever you play your instrument, whenever you color, did you ever acknowledge yourself, like notice yourself disappearing? Nothing really exists at that time. You are just fully flowing with the realm of the universe and enjoying each breath, enjoying every song, every color, every moment. You forget the rest. Time does not exist. That is when you know you are connected with your true self. And let me talk about the quiet witness. Even when you are upset or afraid, notice that there is a part of you quietly watching the emotions. That silent awareness is not touched by the chaos. It just is. That's inner light observing you from beyond the storms, because it is not connected with your emotions, your human emotion. It is not connected with your human relationship. It is not connected with your story and your depth and your career and your finances or your education. It is just deeply, silently observing all of this and glowing in its, it's just glowing in its presence and essence and just dancing. And no matter how much you are fighting and struggling, why do you think so many gurus, monks, babas, they disappear in their yoga, meditation, in monastery, praying, doing different kind of rituals, living in the forest, fasting for years, living on fruits? It is because of their path, their way of doing their things, allow them to be connected with their true self, and they just stay there. They forget the rest. Because they're so in love with themselves. Of course, they will disappear like this and sit in meditation for years after years, for entire life, because they find their stillness and presence. What else do they need? But of course, you need to take care of this body through food, through different kind of exercise, right? Breathing in the fresh oxygen, right? And having this body is not something wrong, because through this body, you are about to become aware of your true self. You can choose Maya, which is illusions. Just live my life, does not care, living in struggle, life is like this, believe in whatever you want to believe in, do whatever you want to do, be who you want to be. But then you will still feel unfulfilled and unsatisfied because you didn't question who am I, and you didn't even come to this self-realization. So there is some emptiness, not that fulfillment. Feeling of true joy, feeling of true balance, feeling of true serenity and bliss and harmony. Now, how can you live from your inner light? It is when you know you choose love instead of living on fear. You choose oneness instead of living your life in separation. You choose to live in truthfulness and awareness instead of living in ignorance. And you start to speak and live from self-awareness instead of living in lies. You choose to live from your compassionate heart instead of living your life with a cold heart. And you allow your peace, your love, your true nature to be your guardians along this journey. And it is when you remember that you are not disconnected from your higher source, from the source. Because it is all about remembering. Because, I that develop myself to that state of self-awareness, there are so many things that can go on in my mind, in my life, because I'm still living a life through this human. I have relationships, I have businesses, I have, my knowledge, my educations, I have my cat, I have my own experience. And there are so many distractions that can take away me from the presence. And then it allows you to, because life is happening all the time. You meet people, you do different kind of things, different kind of meetings. And all of these, what it happens, you forget your true nature because you are into human journey, human experiences. You forget because there are so many things going on in your head, which is totally fine. Now, it is all about remembering of your truest nature and true self every single day. Because if I was someone who is living on mountain with similar kind of people doing the same thing, in a tribe or community, like we all are monks, I am a monk, and meditating every single day, wearing same clothes, white or orange clothes, the image is reminding me of myself. Things that I'm doing, it is aligned with my higher self. But right now, so many of us, like I'm a modern monk, you can say. So many of us, instead of sitting on a monastery, we choose to leave it. Why? We are becoming in alignment like those monk in monastery, while we're in these, concrete jungles with different kind of people, different kind of races, different kind of beliefs. It is easy for me to go in a monastery and sit for 14 hours, 24 hours and meditate for the rest of my life. I have done it. I have tried it. But I choose to come down here and live life with everybody else while most of them are fully disconnected. So if you are in this kind of jungle, of course it is easy to get distracted. Does it make sense? It is easy to get distracted. And this is what happens to me sometimes. But I make sure to remember. I even write things down so that I don't forget. And every single day I'm practicing meditation because I know that one day I can live my life in the same jungle without getting distracted, so that I don't have to be remembered, but I will always be in that awareness without distraction. This is all mastery. It's been more than a decade right now for me to be able to be on this state where I am right now. And now I say, well, a decade now you may get lazy. You try meditation or many different kind of practices that connects you to your truest nature. And you're like, oh my God, I can hear the higher voice. It is guiding me. It is full of wisdom. It is helping me to recognize my journey, to recognize my past, my story. It is healing me. And then later you go out to these concrete jungles, communicating with different kind of people, many different kind of distractions, and then you get disconnected from the voice. Now you need more of silence moments with yourself in order to be connected. So this is all about development, you know? It is not for a day. Maybe you are someone who is so intuitive, who is connected with nature, whose body is clean, eating more plant-based foods, not so much chemicals. And you sit, maybe you dream, lucid dreaming, astral traveling, or different kind of experiences that every human being, individual being, need to experience by themselves in order to know that it is the truth, right? Otherwise, it will be like a fairy tale or story or, myth. So the true experience tells the true story, first of all. And the second of all, if you're someone who is easy to get into that state, then you should go on that state more often, right? So now it is all about devoting to your true self. You want to know your authentic self. You want to know your true self. You want to know your true nature. You want to have experience of your true state, which will help you to be liberated from most of the pain and suffering, most of the fears, most of the distraction and falsehood, why you don't take this experience for granted. Why do we seek something? Why we seek our higher self, seek God? Why do we seek? Why do we always question? The person who can give you the greatest answer, it is the God that indulged with your thoughts monster that you have, and these dots connects and you believe in them. You're like, oh my God. But I am someone who have experienced, and I am helping you to experience it by yourself, for yourself, so that you can know. Right? So your life does not have to be loud. It is quiet, it is soft, it is calm, it is so divine. And sometimes it shines best through gentle presence, through kindness, and through listening. You don't have to force it. You only have to uncover it. Because whenever you need to force something, that is when you know you are on the wrong direction. You are not on the right direction. Because you don't have to force it. You don't have to decorate it. You don't have to control it. It's just there as it is. Just breathe in it. And again, let me just repeat this. It shines through kindness, compassion, through your presence of your being, when you feel lighthearted, when you feel like that you are warm, when you feel like that you are so kind, that richness, it comes through that. When you are given, when you are free, when you are like that pure white feather, or maybe formless, maybe colorless. When you close your eyes and if you realize that you are only one in this existence. Like if you tell your mind, or if you just tell yourself, like, now that my eyes are closed, what if I am the only one in this existence? Like nothing exists, nobody is existing here. The entire world, the entire cosmos, I am the only one in this existence. When you come to that state and all of the burdens and relationship, all of that worries disappears and you find yourself all alone in this state, I am the only one. And you breathe in that state. And when you really see the state of your being with your inner eyes and you see how dark it is, how formless it is, how quiet it is, I really want you to notice, do you get afraid or do you feel free? How do you feel in that state? How do you feel in that state of your being? And then you can add stuff in it. What do you want to do? What do you want to do in this free space? It is empty. And then when you open your eyes, you will appreciate everything more, because now you will know what you want to do in your own space. And that is when you will find what you really love to do in this space, for your sake, for your own sake. What you love to do. This is another type of meditation. I will come to this later because I'm practicing it. Not so long time ago, I come across a video of Sadhguru speaking about the same thing. And it was just the day after I have experienced that state where I was telling myself, the voice is telling myself, imagine you are the only one in this entire space, in this cosmos. With my eyes closed in my meditation, and I had that kind of relief. I could breathe more deeply, like, wow. And then later I come across a video of Sadhguru on YouTube Shorts. He was saying the same thing that I have experienced. So this is what made me realize we all have same consciousness. It's just that so many of us, we are disconnected from this oneness. And this is your inner light, the awareness of your true presence. So guys, thank you all for listening to me. And hopefully this liberates you right now. And I want you to practice. The way you love to practice. Maybe deep breaths, maybe going out in nature alone, maybe staring at the stars at night sky. Maybe sit in meditation and breathe deeply. Choose your ways and comment down below your experiences with us. Stay blessed.